The world of Avatar 7 Havens is shaping up to be very dark and more broken than anything we've seen in the franchise before, and thanks to a new report from trusted Avatar News insider Caleb Williams, we now have our first real idea to what the world is like in the opening episodes. In this video, I'm breaking down the leaked plot details for episodes 1 and 2, and exploring how the aftermath of the cataclysm that destroyed the world has completely reshaped Avatar. If you thought The Legend of Korra and The Last Airbender got heavy with some of their themes, Seven Havens might just redefine what dark storytelling in the Avatar universe looks like. This video will contain plot spoilers for the first 2 episodes, and I guess an aspect of the overall narrative to the show, so you have been warned. I recommend weighing your options with these particular plot points, especially if you are someone who is still on the fence with the show and needs another hook to get pulled in. These details might be that for you, so I'm just letting you know up front first. The major stuff within it starts here, as Caleb Williams says. As previously reported and confirmed by Avatar Studios, the world hates the Avatar after the events of The Legend of Korra. Due to a cataclysmic event with Avatar Korra, the world is now a post-apocalyptic wasteland. The show will have a throwback reference to Avatar Day with plays throughout Elora City dedicated to the hatred of Korra through propaganda. Elora City, for those wondering, is, I believe, going to be the main city we visit, kind of like Republic City in The Legend of Korra. We have also found that essentially, benders have become extinct in the universe. The few that can bend are taken from a young age and are forced into servitude for the guards of Elora City to fight against the outside energy storms. While the children are looked at more like a firefighter brigade, they are still enlisted into the army against their will. We learned that Jay first comes into contact with Pavi outside Elora City. Due to an altercation, Pavi is shown using earthbending to escape Jay. He realizes that she must be taken in and forced into servitude alongside all the other children benders. After chasing Pavi, they end up in some ancient ruins where Jay gets stuck. Pavi is forced to use all 4 elements to rescue Jay from the fallen ruins. That's when Jay realizes Pavi must be the long-lost Avatar. We've also been told it has been a long time since the Korra era, not just 9 years since Pavi's birth. This changes the lore that the next Avatar isn't born immediately after the previous Avatar dies. The world also gives off obvious Mad Max vibes, as well as Planet of the Apes, due to the Legend of Caesar being similar to the long-lost Legend of the Avatar, with small remnants of the old world remaining. Jay becomes friends with Pavi and brings her back to his high command, Captain Karthik, in Elora City. Captain Karthik is the leader of the guards in Elora City. He is directly responsible for overseeing all children benders in their role as the city's defense against the energy storms. When Jay presents Pavi to Karthik, he is immediately confused. How can this young girl be the Avatar when he already has the Avatar? Nisha, Pavi's sister, has long been in hiding in the care of the White Lotus and Captain Karthik. He knows his duty is to have all children benders enlist in the army, but for some reason, he doesn't turn in Nisha, even though he has also been told his entire life since childhood that the Avatar is evil due to whatever major event happens with Avatar Korra. As previously reported, Nisha was brought up in captivity with the White Lotus after she was separated from Pavi at a young age. However, Nisha was still living in relative comfort compared to Pavi. She is already known to possess the ability to bend all 4 elements and is trained in secret, like Korra, until she came of age. Karthik feels responsible for protecting her from the world and keeps her hidden her entire life. Nisha also has both her legs compared to Pavi, who is an amputee. She is also way more outgoing and aggressive than Pavi, and always ready for a fight, though not necessarily evil as some might suggest. Finally, an energy storm hits the city when the sisters meet. They are both given weird visions about their past, and that is what kickstarts the remaining plot of the series. The 2 sisters are reunited and go on a journey with foe-turned-friend Jay to discover how they are both the Avatar and what really happened to Avatar Korra. They also both have identical cat-monkey-animal companions, Jeet and Rue. They are both voiced by returning voice actor D. Bradley Baker. Jeet is gray with white highlights, while Rue is black with gray highlights. We were told by one source that they do both enter the Avatar state, but another source says they don't remember that beyond the 2 girls bending the 4 elements, so it's really up in the air about the Avatar state and should be taken as a rumor. Many fans have speculated that Rava, Vatu have split into each of the sisters. However, the series may introduce a brand new reason why we have the first set of Avatar twins in history. Just as a side note, I included in that last part there at the bottom about where it'll be streaming, because as of right now, we don't have a confirmed idea of what streaming service this show will be on, or if it'll simultaneously be showing on cable with the Nickelodeon channel. Given Paramount is in merger talks with Warner Brothers, we don't know for a bit where it'll be on, so just wanted to point that out, just in case anyone asks. Paramount Plus on its own would be a questionable choice for the show to air on, but that's a conversation for another time. So those details are very fascinating, and the first thing that catches my attention is that there is a possibility that this series could give us the darkest take yet on how benders in particular are treated within the universe. Now don't get me wrong, I do exaggerate that a little bit. We don't know if it'll be the darkest series yet. It's got tough competition with The Last Airbender, but the idea that most benders are extinct and those who remain are used for what sounds like slave labor is just crazy to think about. The original show was heavy on the themes behind how non-firebending benders were treated in the world where they wouldn't even be allowed to do it without being locked up. Here in Seven Havens, they are making bending allowed, but seemingly only for the work that it can do to keep a place like Elora City going and without issues. So not only does everyone hate the Avatar, but they also seemingly don't like benders as a whole too. It's somewhat of a continuation from the Legend of Korra, where an example like Amon was leading an extremist anti-bender group of terrorists, only this time around, the fake outrage of his, masked in his own ways of being a bender himself, wasn't what took them down. I also find it interesting that the show is taking some level of inspiration from The Last Airbender, in that they are continuing the propaganda stuff with something like Avatar Day, which, similarly to Seven Havens, was an episode that revealed to us a side of the world that was given this notion that the Avatar was the one in the wrong. I'm not sure how many people would have thought about it like that, but I was able to catch on to it quickly. Kyoshi got this kind of propaganda with that storyline. Roku also kind of got it as well when he was alive before the 100-Year War started. Aang got it when he showed up 100 years later after the big war had been brewing, and now Korra gets it too with what she did. Another big inspiration they are bringing over is of course from that one plotline about Jay with how he comes to meet Pavi. It takes us back to when we first met the character of Haru. Bending was of course prohibited, but when he and Katara find an old man who was about to die from a cave-in, he uses his earthbending to save his life. After saving the old man had arrogantly turned him into the Fire Nation. And I think that's the same case here with Jay as he turns Pavi into Captain Karthik within Elora City. Now the stuff with the lore changes and how Pavi and Nisha are able to bend the elements as twins and how Vatu and Rava factor into all of this will be something that fans discuss for a while until the show eventually comes out. But I don't think that this is a video to discuss that stuff because like other details inside of this report, it's limited on the information surrounding it as Caleb notes at the end, and we kind of had an idea of this already with it being done in the show, whether it's the White Lotus who keeps Nisha in their care, or the post-apocalyptic setting description of what the world will look like. I don't personally mind when lore is changed because I think when other franchises do it, there's no reason that Avatar can't either. As long as it's executed well and has a good payoff, then it's fine by me. I look forward to talking more about this when we get the chance, and as always, go show some love to Caleb Williams on his reporting. I will link his article in the description, and you can go and give him a follow on Twitter. Apologies once again to all my loyal subscribers and this great community on this channel. I know that content has been very lacking lately due to real-life time management around my full-time job. I just recently got back from a small vacation across the country, but then also, news itself has been a bit slow as well. This was a story that I thought needed a video, and that's basically where I'm at right now until more stuff comes our way to talk about extensively, and so again, apologies. I'm hoping that news starts picking up soon. What do you all think about this news and my analysis of it? Let me know down below in the comments. If you did enjoy the video and want to see more, be sure to drop it a like, and if you are new to this channel, subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Thank you all for stopping by Uncle Iroh's Tea Shop. I hope everyone here has a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you all soon for more Avatar.